Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk, we joked this would happen. We're going to talk about Disney doubling down on Fortnite to promote Star Wars. This just dropped today. Apparently they're going to promote Underworld with Fortnite. They did this before and it was incredibly stupid.
It was because no one wouldn't watched it.
No. So if you'll remember, get in the Wayback Machine. We're going to go back like 5 or 6 years. When The Rise of Skywalker came out, Disney decided that the big reveal that somehow Palpatine returned, that was going to take place in Fortnite and not in the movie. And that was a critical plot point. And Poe Dameron didn't understand it because he doesn't play Fortnite, I guess. That's why.
I know. A lot of people didn't understand it. They're like, wait, what? Because, you know.
So that's what I'm like. I get that they're trying to do the cross promotion thing, and they're probably looking at, you know, the success. We'll talk about this: the success of Minecraft, the success of Marvel Rivals. I don't think this is the way to have, introduce plot points in the damn Fortnite video game. But whatever. You do you, boo. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do.
Even then, though, Disney did it, but they didn't have a vested interest then. They have a vested interest now.
Yeah, Disney dropped, what was it, like $1.5 billion or something on Fortnite?
It was a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. So they're gonna Fortnite the hell out of it. And isn't the new Falcon Smugglers Run that's running off of Epic too, I think?
Yeah, their Unreal Engine.
Yeah. So let's talk about all this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
So yeah, this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter, and this is for the new animated series Underworld, which has Ventress in it, which actually it doesn't look terrible. But again, I'm just like so checked out from Disney Star Wars. Honestly, it could be really, really good Star Wars, and I'd probably be like, I don't really care. Disney's gonna debut new Star Wars series in Fortnite as it deepens Epic Games partnership exclusive.
This is going in deeper. Is what they're saying.
God.
No, basically, Disney saw Minecraft, they saw the money, and they're like, okay, what I said was going to happen. Their takeaway is going to be, we have to double down on Fortnite because Fortnite is as big as Minecraft, and if we do that, our stuff will get big too. We have to create our own chicken jockey moment, and that's what they're saying in the meetings.
I'm sure it's going to be a bunch of like 60, 70-year-old dudes sitting around the table being like, yes, we need a chicken jockey. Did you see how crazy they went for the chicken jockey? So get this, ahead of the new planned universe, because they're going to do this whole Disney Fortnite thing, users can link their Epic Games and My Disney accounts as the companies launch the Galactic Battle season. So they're going to, this is where it's going to get really weird, I think. They're going to start churning out programming that's going to basically be like an extension of Fortnite, which is going to be really damn weird. Because if you don't play Fortnite, and you don't care about Fortnite, but they're looking at Fortnite now as their Disney Channel replacement, I think.
Well, I think they're looking at Fortnite as like they have not been doing well with gaming other than like Marvel Rivals. Some of their games do okay, but they haven't done really well. And I think they're trying to corner that game market because everything's going that way. All the movies and stuff, they're all going after game IP now. And now Disney's like, we already have Fortnite, so let's start sticking our IP. They were going to do it before. Yeah. Now we're going to double, triple down on it so that we can do a movie and use Fortnite and stuff in our movie. And I guarantee they're going to do something stupid like that.
Well, I think they're going to look at this too as like, Fortnite with Star Wars is maybe being their Marvel Rivals moment.
Maybe.
Because Marvel Rivals is a huge, huge deal. So this is interesting. So Disney and Epic are deepening their partnership as the companies continue to move along with plans to launch an entirely new playable world based on Disney IP.
Yeah, they were already doing that. They're going to make their own worlds on the IP, yes.
This includes letting players link their Epic Games accounts to their My Disney accounts, which is going to set players up for future experiences. You're not allowed to sue them, I guess, either. If you do that. And a first for both companies, Disney will debut the first 2 episodes of their upcoming series in Fortnite days before it's released on Disney Plus.
Yeah. So they figure that they'll have a better chance of reaching this other audience, mostly kids. They aren't into Star Wars. I can tell you for a fact, they are not into Star Wars. Not like we were into Star Wars when we were kids.
No.
They are not. I do gifts for kids at Christmas and stuff sometimes, and they'll ask for Marvel right and left. They will not ask for Star Wars. Kids don't give two shits about Star Wars. Heck, the adults don't give two shits anymore about Star Wars. So they're trying to use, like, we're gonna bring it to them. We're going to make it important in their game, and then they'll know who these characters are, so then they'll care enough to go watch it. It's probably what their logic is.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird to see. Like, I mean, the kids know who, you know, Vader is, not the characters, but like they don't have any attachment to it. Even our kids, Squid King was like, I think the last generation of Star Wars fans. He grew up watching Clone Wars and playing Lego Star Wars.
Yeah, Lego Star Wars is why he was a fan. It wasn't really because
it wasn't the movies, and it wasn't even, I mean, he did watch Clone Wars sometimes. Yeah. It was a video game.
Toys.
And that's what they're probably looking at with this too. But it's like just putting something in Fortnite. If the something you're putting in Fortnite isn't any good, isn't good. Because I mean, you're competing with Goku. You're competing with like literally every character from every other franchise ever. And Fortnite is so damn weird in the fact that it's just this like potpourri of like pop culture stuff.
Which is true. It's like Ready Player One.
It's Ready Player One, yeah.
But the difference is Disney has a financial vested interest in it.
Yes.
So they're going to put their stuff. I mean, I think they think there's going to be a lot more demand for this than there actually probably is. But they're going to put it in the game because they're going to push everybody that way. So even if other characters show up, they didn't pay them $1.5 billion.
Here's a tip, Disney. Why don't you bring back Club Penguin? People like that one.
Yeah,
you screw that up, you burn it down.
Yeah, and then anybody tried to bring it back, you went after them legally. So whatever.
Why don't you bring back Disney Infinity? People like that one too, and you burnt that down. That's what I'm saying.
What reminds me of is like Disney Infinity with like the worlds and stuff, or like, something like that. And that's what they're kind of doing and what they want to do. It's not going to be so until that's ready, which is not ready yet. They're going to use it to promote a couple of episodes of their show because they're going after this younger audience, and they're like, kids will attach themselves to characters in games. Minecraft was big because everybody knew Steve was, and it was a big deal, because you're attached to these characters, Chicken Jockey, etc. So now they're trying to recreate that with their own show by putting the episodes in Fortnite. And I don't know how that's going to work, but honestly, it would probably go better than just dumping on Disney Plus.
You know what would be really weird? What would be really weird is if actually the Fortnite Star Wars thing works, and then they just take Galaxy's Edge and they turn it into Fortnite Star Wars Land or something.
Oh, I don't know if they'll go that far, but I don't know. They're using the Unreal Engine in the ride.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. They're already kind of doing it, aren't they?
But I'm just like, it's possible it'll work because they need an audience. They lost their original audience for the most part. So we need more kids that they can grow up with they can grow up with it like we did. So you have to find the kids where you can meet them.
Mickey needs more children. Bring more children to Mickey. Well, the thing is, they lost Disney Channel, basically. Disney Channel, for those of you who aren't paying attention, I think it's under 100,000 people are watching Disney Channel regularly at this point. Like nobody's watching Disney Channel. But
they're still also, but the other side of it is, and it's really weird, is no one's watching it. But they keep making Disney Channel original films. Like they're doing another Zombies 4 this time, and they're going to launch it on Disney Fortnite. Or the Disney Channel first before it goes to Disney Plus.
Yeah,
they're doing the Phineas and Ferb on Disney Channel first before it goes to Disney Plus.
Yeah, I honestly think that is about pushing the expense around. I think they're going to be like, oh yeah, we didn't just spend umpteen $1 million an episode on Disney Plus. No. This is for Disney Channel too, and we're also going to run it on Freeform too, and ABC.
It also could be
Hulu.
Too that they're trying to get more money out of the advertisers.
Yeah.
Like they already have advertisers paying out the nose for Disney Plus, but linear TV is down across the board, and linear TV ads traditionally were more expensive. So you want to be part of this big thing. It's going to be on there for like a day before it's on Disney Plus. You want to be, then you're going to pay for it.
You're going to be in Fortnite. You're going to hate. How you do, fellow kids? You're going to be advertising to all the Gen Z and the Gen Alphas on the Fortnite.
Well, that's what they're thinking, and I don't think it's a bad idea. Honestly.
No, it's not a bad idea.
I think it's just a stupid idea in general because I don't think people are going to care. But I think if you're gonna try to create a new audience from a marketing standpoint, it's probably the best way to go about it. But they're going to overkill it. They're going to push too far, and they're going to try to recreate Chicken Jockey, and then they're going to end up with nothing.
Don't go full Chicken Jockey, Disney.
No, because it doesn't. They all want that moment, right? But that moment was like
organic.
Just happened. Yes,
it was organic.
When you try to force it, that's going to be rejected. You know,
Yeah.
take that as you will. But, you know, whenever you try to force anything, most likely it's going to reject.
Yeah, and sometimes the law gets involved.
Right. I'm
in
just
that.
saying.
So you have to go to Star Wars Watch Party Island on May 2nd. So just in time for May the 4th. So here's what they said. For the first time, Disney Plus is premiering a show inside a video game, launching alongside our largest Star Wars collaboration with Fortnite to date, giving fans and players an exciting first look at the kinds of experiences they can expect as we shape a new future together. A new future together. We're building the next era of digital entertainment where fans can play, watch, create, and connect. And we're just beginning to tap into what's possible. That is the most corporate speak.
Yeah.
How do you do
by a bunch of dudes, or even women too, could be, that are like corporate marketing people who are like 60, 50s or 60s, don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
That is exactly what this sounds like. I mean, it would be really interesting because they've tried doing stuff in Fortnite before, and it's backfired hilariously. And I don't know how this is going to go. You know, it's so weird.
I mean, I get the logic behind it, and given where they're at, that's probably their best shot. I just think that they're going to try too hard to make it happen.
Yeah. I think
it's not gonna work.
It feels very try hard. So this is what's scary about it. They said in an interview with the Hollywood Reporter last year, Josh D'Amaro framed the Epic Games deal as being about the future of the company, comparing the push to Walt Disney's own sense of risk taking. To put your shit in the video game that somebody else made.
And ironically, when you get all these other characters from other pop culture, there's Epic Games paying them, or working with them for promotion. When Disney does it, they have to pay Epic Games.
That's the thing. Because I mean, like, if Disney had stayed the course, I mean, granted, Fortnite blew up, I mean, just astronomically, right? If Disney had stayed the course, though, with Infinity, they could have like built that out, and they could have actually owned the whole damn thing. And just
they give up too fast if it doesn't go their way.
Yes,
and now they want to piggyback on it now. And that's, I guess, the piggybacking is what the problem is. It's not like you build it from the ground up. And it may work. I mean, I don't know. It may play out well. It depends on if they use finesse or not and how they do this. It could go either really bad or really great, if I'm being honest. I mean, from a marketing standpoint, it makes the most sense. If you need a new audience, and the kids are the ones that are into the video games, and you want this new audience for Star Wars and an animated series, it makes sense. It just is going to depend on how they handle it.
This reminds me of when Disney tried to basically buy YouTube.
Yeah, it didn't work.
They bought Maker Studios, and they spent like $750 million to buy Maker Studios. And we know because we were there with another channel. We were part of it. And it blew up. It just crashed and burned after about 2 years because they didn't know what they're buying. And I think this is going to be kind of the same thing where they're going to go, I mean, I don't know for sure, but they're going to go all in on this. And then they're going to find out maybe the Fortnite audience isn't really the Disney princess audience that they were hoping for.
Well, I don't think with Star Wars, you want the Disney princess audience. And it might work. I just think
it may work. It may work. I don't know.
That's because they watched the first 2 episodes on the Fortnite Island thing to say they were there. It doesn't mean it's gonna translate to people who are gonna continue watching it on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
you need the Disney Plus. You have to have Disney Plus first of all, and a lot of people, if they have free time, they're gonna be playing the game, not going to Disney Plus. So if you're airing the entire show at the same time on Fortnite, you might get those views. I just don't know how much that's gonna be. People are gonna leave the platform to go watch the rest of it.
I don't know if they will. I mean, this is what look, just. If they're not doing it already, just stream Disney Channel 24/7 on Fortnite.
Well, I mean, there's Star Wars Watch Island or whatever, Watch Party Island or whatever. So everybody's gonna go. Everybody's gonna go, and they're gonna say we had all these people watching because they're gonna go and be part of the watch party thing because they want to be part of it because I think that's the touchstone moment right there. But they're not going to turn around and that doesn't mean they're going to go turn around and watch the rest of the show on Disney Plus. You might have an initial boost, but it doesn't mean that they're going to go to Disney Plus for you to count those numbers.
Right. This also feels like, was it Biden and AOC playing Animal Crossing because that was the hotness that year. Right now, nobody gives a crap about it.
It didn't work for them, so
no, it didn't work. Clearly, Minecraft making a lot of money is what's prompting a lot of it. I mean, they made the deal before,
that's exactly what I think is going on.
Because they're looking at this probably like, our superhero stuff. It's other than Rivals, it really isn't doing so hot. What are we going to do to bring kids back into our Disney family of brands? Well, I was watching CNN last night with the grandkids, and they got all excited because they had a little segment about Fortnite. Maybe we can just spend $1.5 billion on that or whatever.
That felt like the most Hail Mary past that, the Taylor Swift thing. And then announcing Moana 2 right ahead of the when they were worried about the investor thing with Nelson Peltz. They all felt like Hail Mary.
This does feel very Hail Mary. We'll see. I mean, it might work out for them. I don't know. I don't play Fortnite. I'm not gonna play it to go watch Star Wars because I don't care about Star Wars either, but I'm not the target audience. They want kids to beg their parents to take them to Disney World. That was the purpose of Disney Channel too.
The Disney Channel back in the day, it used to be what all the kids would watch. Let's be honest here. Like everybody watched Disney Channel. It was a big thing. And they would have the shows on there would be like, talk about behind the scenes of Disney movies or Disney shows or going to Disney parks, and they would use it to promote to kids. Well, that audience has now left Disney Channel, other channels, and they're all playing games, and they're all online on games. So it was one way it's smart because you're going to go right to the target audience. I just don't know how well that's going to translate from in-game to you're making them leave to go watch your show.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like I mean, it sounds crazy, but I wouldn't rule it out that they just reskin Galaxy. If this works, that they just reskin Galaxy's Edge to integrate it with Fortnite. I don't
know. They'd have to have a lot. I think they'd have to do a lot more Star Wars ahead of that. This is one show. I don't think is enough for them to do that.
Just be like Batuu is the center of the Fortnite Star Wars universe.
I think they'll
do. It's the hub. We're gonna make Batuu the hub.
That I think they'll
Fortnite
do.
Star Wars.
In game, I think they'll do that in game. To try to get people like, oh, kids, you want to go see the real one? I mean, for May the 4th, they're already going to do walkthroughs of all the parks at Batuu and the rides and stuff. They're putting those up on Disney, not through this, but online to try to get people interested in Star Wars for May the 4th.
Yeah,
so I think that Batuu is going to stay Batuu. I don't think they're going to change it, but they could see them making it the hub.
Yeah. Just
but I also could see them trying to come up with some kind of moment like Chicken Jockey too.
It's like Baby Yoda riding around on like a baby bantha or something. It's like, oh look, it's the bantha goat with the Baby Yoda on it.
Baby bantha,
so Baby bantha.
Throw your popcorn and make your mom slap you for making a mess.
Drink your blue milk, kids. Come to Batuu and get your
the blue milk. Don't drink the green milk, especially.
I can't remember which one I hated.
Green
less.
One was nastier. They both were not good. It tastes like watered down like cereal milk.
Yeah, it was like if you eat Fruity Pebbles and the leftover fruit milk, somebody should just bottle that and call it fruity milk. Yeah, but it's not as good. And it's got like a gritty slime texture to it. It's not good. I don't know what kind of animal that supposedly came out of, but it's not good. All right, we're going to wrap this up.
Yes.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Okay.